It's time for another action figure review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Yolo Park Evangelion test type number 1, number 0, and number 2. That's right, I got all 3 of them, and I gotta say, right off the bat, these boxes are pretty cool. You got the robot, Evangelion in the front. On the side, another picture of the Evangelion. There's all 3. Boom, boom, boom. This is a Yolo Park model kit, but it's not quite a model kit, because if you open up the flap, you do have to put it together, but pieces are already put together for you. This is the only one that I haven't opened yet. You could see all of the things you could have in the top and all the things you are going to get on the bottom, and it's velcroed, so it's a little flap. It's pretty cool. Just to show you the inside of this one real quick, type number 0. See, I already opened it. Same stuff on the inside. And then test number 2, which is personally my favorite, story wise at least. And yeah, it's all right on the inside. There's the flap. All right, since I already got these 2 open, I'm gonna put those aside, and then we're gonna be taking a look at this one. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we got the 3 AVA units out and about, and I gotta be honest, I started off with this one. I really liked it, but it had a flaw. I opened this one, the flaw was still there. I just opened this one today, the flaw was gone. Then I went back to this and I fixed the flaw. And now I have to show you how to fix the flaw. But with all the flaws being aside, here's everything out of the boxes, and the lighting is not doing it because these are bigger figures. I mean, just to get scale out for a little measurement, they're standing at freaking 8 inches basically. So yeah, they're big boys. But for the price that they are they worth getting if you're a anime nerd? I'm not an anime nerd, but I really do like this show. So let's start off with my least favorite and go up to my favorite. Here is Eva Unit 0, my least favorite one out of the group, but it's still really fun to play with. All 3 of these guys are the same body, just with a little tweaks. So, just looking at the figure, let's get away that problem I explained to you about. It's the hips. When I opened this guy, I played with the hips and the legs. That one was a little forced, but they kept popping off. I put them on, I'm like, well, this sucks. But I opened up AVA Unit 1. All you need to do is literally just squeeze, and then boom. Now it shouldn't pop out. So, taking a look at AVA Unit 0 for a little closer look, the realization's there. This is really cool. This is a very cool figure. We got the shoulder pieces that are very iconic to these robots. They do get in the way of articulation a lot, but you know, you just kind of move them around, make them work. The head, I never liked the head. Now that I got it in person, the head's pretty cool. You can see these cracks because before it was the model kit on your part, it was a model kit on their part. So looking throughout, there are some moments where I would say to glue it in. Like right here, it's not supposed to connect, but it does sure pop out more than it's supposed to. So glue that in. But, it's really, other than those little flaws and the hip part, it's all good, because this is a very good looking AVA unit. And for 30 bucks, I think it was, I think it's pretty good. Crotch piece, the legs, looking very good all the way around. Feet, and yeah. When I opened this guy, I realized that the arms are actually the same in both AVA Unit 0 and 2. And I never realized that. And then I bring out AVA Unit 1, and it's purple as I knock my camera. it's purple. I was like, oh, that's very interesting. Oh, interesting. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. So, yeah, from a standpoint, looks very good. So, for playability, I want to show you this little hidden part. You lift it up and then slide it back, and then you got a, what's this called? A test tube? It's called something in there. But you can see it's there. You could pull that out. I'm not going to. I'll show you what it looks like later. But yeah, that's part of the playability. And since these hands are really tight to get weapons into, I'm just going to show you the weapons individually when he's not, or I should say she is not holding them. So looking at the rifle, it's a very good rifle. This is one that they always use. I wish that she came with a sniper for that one scene that she sniped that angel. I feel really smart talking about this show. I just started it like this year, and I really like it. She comes with 2 saw knives, right? That's what they're called, right? You cannot put them in the shoulders like they do in the show, but you could certainly get them to hold. And popping off the hands is very tricky because the ballpoint, it does pop out with the arm. So you kind of have to grab it by the wrist and then push the hand back to get it to work. Otherwise, you're just going to rip out the ball peg and the peg out of it. But each Ava unit has the same accessories. 2 wide open hands, that's on the figure. 2 wide open hands. 2 trigger finger hands, where are they? 2 fist hands. And 2 relaxed hands for duking out angels. And the camera's moving. But yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on this one because I want to get to talking about Ava Unit 2, which is my favorite character of the show. I don't know if it's my favorite design, but it is red. So I really do like it. Red's my favorite color. But Hisoka is her name. She's my favorite character. She's annoying, but that's part of her character. She's supposed to be like that. So taking a look at this one up close, let me try to get some lights on. Because my cameras, or my lights are not doing these figures justice. But yeah, looking at the face, it's got those 4 eyes. And the long jaw. And that is something that you should glue, or at least on my part. The shoulder piece does pop off, so I'm glad that happened on camera. But you could, again, since there's a model before, it's a model now, so there's a crack on there. You get the pod. That's still in there. The shoulder piece. The actual shoulder piece being the same as Ava Unit 0. Long body. The white strap in the middle. The hole for the umbilical cord. Knees. The shins that move out of place. And then the feet. So not much going on, and besides this thing popping off all the damn time. But yeah, very good. I like this one. For accessories, it's going to be the same deal. The hands are really hard to pop on and off. So, and put stuff in. So just for the sake of recording, wide open hands. Rest hands. 2 fist hands, and 2 weapon holding hands for her knives, which are not saw knives, I don't think, because they are different, which I never knew in the show, but they are different from Ava Unit 0. But I do like them. I feel like Hisoka, I hope I'm saying her name right. I don't know what I was going to say. I really don't know what I was going to say. But what I'm going to say about this is that this is a really kick-ass gun. I grabbed it. I'm like, oh, it's a shotgun. This is cool. I could have her hold the shotgun. And I'm like, oh, there's a hinge on this. Whoa. So I'm like, whoa. Pop that out. Boom. You could extend it. Now it's more of a rifle. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. I don't remember her having this weapon, but it is pretty nice. Oh, wait a second. Does this move? I asked myself, because I did know that this moves. It moves back, so it's even more of a rifle. I'm like, whoa, this is really sick. It's a foldable shotgun rifle sniper. Ha! I was expecting Ava Unit 0 to come with it because of that one scene where she snipes the angel, like I said. So this is not the same gun, because that gun that she used was like this long compared to the units, and these things are ginormous. So it's a little weird, but this is a really good gun. I mean, I was really in awe by how cool this looked. And this doesn't feel fragile. I gotta say, the figures do feel fragile a little bit because they are still model kit based. But you guys should just not focus on that. Just focus how cool this figure is. Pause. Shut up. Shut off. Now, obviously, the best one is Ava Unit 1. I mean, this is the main character of the show starting off. And this is the most unique one, I gotta say. And building it, I never knew that these differences were here. My lighting is terrible, man. Oh, wow. In person, it looks great, but in camera, this looks bad. Really bad. What if I put a light behind the camera? Okay, that is definitely better. I will be getting new lights soon. But focusing on this figure is really cool. Compared to the others, wait, we gotta zoom in on this. Compared to the other Ava units, this one has a horn on it. And it's got scars on the eyes. Very cool. This design is really cool. Even before I got into the show. The chest is different. I wanted to show the chest. Before, this was just all one piece. So I was looking for this in the box. I'm like, where is this piece? And I realized that this is two pieces. This chest part. I never knew that this was such a big difference in this unit. Even the shoulders are... It's different because it's purple. There's the umbilical cord hole. It got gunmetal down the spine. This part pops up, slides out, and unlike everyone else, it's got color on the bottom. But this one also has a different feature than the others, so I will show you what that feature is after I itch my face. Going down on the crotch piece, pokes out. A little weird, but it still works. There's the Ava unit butt. Here's the knees, looking great. And then the ankles have this. This is very fragile when you pose, so be careful. I was going to talk to you about that in, well, posability, obviously. Here's the bottom of the feet. There's the top of the feet, if you need to see that. And I'm going to figure this out right now. Can the jaw open? Because this is a huge part in the show. The jaw can open. Very nice. Now I can have him go berserk mode. Very cool. I do dig that. That looks sick. I can't wait. This one is super cool because when it goes berserk mode, I love the sounds that these things make. It is terrifying. That's probably what made me love the show immediately. Now for accessories, there are a lot more accessories with this one. Starting off, we get the basic rifle. We've seen this with Ava Unit 0. Again, with Ava Unit 0, we got the saw blades. Quickly grab them to see if they're the same. Yep, they're the same. So, no mixture there. And then we got the hands, obviously. We got the wide open hands. Resting hands. Trigger finger hands. And they are purple this time, unlike the other two where they're the same color. Fist hands. There's another one. I just dropped it. And this fin on the top was a separate piece from the head, so it gave you two extras in case something breaks. I do like that. My other Ava unit version of this, which I'll do in comparison, had that too. But something I forgot to show you with the other two is that we get these bases, the umbilical cord station. I never showed you guys this. Sorry for not showing you the full accessories. But you do build this. This does have an opening feature, so you can open it without destroying it. And then you could put all the accessories in there, so that's a pretty cool storage feature. On the top, it's got detail. These are very tricky to build. Not gonna lie, the instructions were very unclear with that. And we got the umbilical cord, which I have never actually tried to put on. Let's try to put both them on at the same time. So since there's a hole in the back, you take the umbilical cord, just push it in. Boom. I've never done that before. There's a big sneeze coming in. Okay. There's no sneeze. So here we got AVA Unit 1 on the umbilical cord station, and I'd never done this. This is really cool. There's a slot for the fins to go in because that's where they like roll it up when they come out of the ground. And yeah, there's the umbilical cord plugged in. Something cool that you could do is you could actually pop off the umbilical cord and have it actually hanging there. So then you kind of have it off screen, kind of like that, because they are constantly plugged in, which is a very weird. I wish that they explained that in the first film. Maybe they explain it in the second film where they remake everything, but I have never seen that film. Oh, it's so satisfying seeing those fins going. Yeah, this is really cool. All three of them could do this as well. Very, very neat. Here's all three of the AVA units out for articulation. So, pushing these guys back, just for background, we're going to focus on the main guy, obviously. The heads, they do all have the same amount of articulation. It goes up. The neck is articulated, so you get a good side to side. And then the head looks up. Not that far on this one, but on the other two, they can look up much more. You see that back there? Out about number 2. Oh yeah, look up way better. That's not this figure's fault. It's the design's fault for the show. The chests do not move. These things are on a ball, so on a shoulder too, so you can get it out of the way. Arms can go up, down. This one's tight. I haven't messed with it that much. Up, and then you could move these, I don't know, make it look like it fits. Be very careful though, because these feel like they're gonna break. There is bicep swivel. There's not that much. Double jointed elbows, which are really cool. On this one, there's no problem, but on this one, you joint the elbows and the pieces do fall off. This is something that you could glue down so it doesn't break off. But these easily pop off, and I wouldn't recommend to glue this one, but if you really think about it, your elbow doesn't bend like this, you know? Well, I guess it does. You could do that. I don't know, I might just glue it because it keeps popping off. You can see it want to right there. It just looks like it's about to break. The hands are on this ball, so they can go up and down, you know. Now the body, this is really cool. Since all these parts have a gap, you can get them to look pretty damn forward. I mean, this beats Marvel Legends. And then back-wise, ow, I pinched myself in these gunmetal parts. Goes back a little bit. This is where, don't worry, it's a model kit. It's supposed to do that. But this is also cool too. It's got some diaphragm on there. The legs, thankfully, they don't pop off anymore. They go up all the way. Damn, that's pretty... Obviously, they go back because there's nothing limited in it. It's got good calf swivel. Double jointed knees with a knee pad that moves out and in for, I don't know, more of a visual look. There's no boot swivel, which could be nice, but with the feet, they could look down. Since this piece is on a ball like that, it could pop off. So leaving it on, it goes up pretty far, but taking it off, it goes up way further. So you could just not care about that little idea if you want to get him to goodness. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, you got the bottom of the feet, and then they got really stiff toe articulation. It's weird because it cuts off right there, but it is toe articulation at the finest. And these things do like to run, so you can get it in some poses. But the posability on these things are pretty cool. Oh yeah, and the jaw. The jaw moves on this one. That's sick. Something I forgot to show off in accessories is only with this Ava unit you get one of these pills. This is a capsule that the kid goes into, and you cannot pull this one out. This is stuck in there, and this is out of here. This should be white. I don't know why they didn't just make this in white plastic, because this should be like all white. But yeah, you can't put it in there because it's a model kit. You're not supposed to get too intricate with it. But yeah, there's just that little detail I forgot. So, size comparison is going to be really tricky. These figures are 8 inches tall. So, I mean, I might just knock over my camera and just replace a couple figures. But here we have, I believe, the 3-0 Ava Unit 1. And yeah, I knew this was going to happen. They weren't... Let's move that down. I knew this was going to happen. They weren't going to fit in scale. But to get a close-up, if you want, this is full die cast. These are plastic, so these feel fragile. But this is $100, remember. And these are $30. So do with that as you will. This stuff does glow. It's pretty nice. These figures are actually like the same. You know, they give us different pointers. Unlike the not the 3 zeros, but unlike the other ones, the pill actually comes out. I'm not going to take it out because it's a whole hassle. But yeah, you see how they give you umbilical cord? I don't know why I'm reviewing this figure, to be honest with that. But, oh, I forgot to show you the size comparison between the actual two units that are the same. Silly me. But yeah, there you go. I want to sell this one to get the bigger one, though. Because the bigger one's only another $100. But yeah, this is really cool. Really, oh no! See, I should glue that together. Because it keeps popping off. Very nice, though. Here's the 3 Ava units next to this really shitty model kit Gundam, which is another one of my favorite robot builds. And I know these are all Japanese things, so I thought that this is a necessary size comparison. A company needs to do a really cool Gundam. Because this is really cool, but it's so fragile, man. I don't even want to play with it. Just look at it. And this model kit is fun for some times, but it's a pain in the ass. These are fun most of the time, and sometimes they're not. But these model kits Yolo Park are making is what I wish model kits would be. Here are the 3 Ava units next to a Yolo Park Optimus Prime. My first ever experience with Yolo Park. And ever since this Optimus Prime came out, I was so hyped for the rest of the Transformers. Yolo Park is killing it. I wish that they would frickin' make more Transformers besides Optimus Prime and Megatron. Here's Megatron. Looking cool. They just announced a Bumblebee, but this line has been out for a long time. Like, let's get like a... what's this guy's name? Why am I tweaking out right now? This is the best one, though. This is so fun. There's no flaws with this. This is Starscream. There you go. Size comparison with Starscream. Bringing them all in. This is all my Yolo Park. Moving my camera. Stop. Bring all my Yolo Parks out. This segment is definitely too long, but here's the mini-series Bumblebee. I think this fits more in scale with the one they just released. Yolo Park, great job. Just give us a sound wave or a shock wave, or maybe even some angels, because I don't know who I'm going to make these Ava units fight with. But yeah, shout out to Yolo Park. You guys are doing good. Here they are right next to a NECA Godzilla figure, which is my favorite Godzilla I have. And these, shout out to Japan for making these bangers. I love Godzilla. And this anime show is one of my favorites just because of the noises they make. But yeah, these are really cool. I wish that this fit in scale. I could have these two battle. But, you know, it's fine. Here they are right next to a dead baby shark. I don't know why I thought you guys needed to see this, but I like my dead baby shark. This is a real shark. Yeah, it's cool, right? Right? Here are the three Galleons next to Marvel Legends Deadpool and Marvel Legends Maximum Spidey Spider-Man. And yeah, I don't know what you guys are going to do with that. I mean, they are bigger, 2 inches bigger. So, final verdict on these action figures. For the price, they're pretty darn good. The feeling, they feel a little cheap, but if you glue them in certain places, it's all okay. And yeah, these are great additions if you are a huge fan of Neon Genesis or anime in general, because this robot design does look pretty sick. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm glad you clicked on it. I know this isn't a lot of people's cup of tea, or this type of figure at least. And you can see that there's some things about this YouTube channel that I'm trying to switch up a little bit to make more professional looking, so to say. And, you know, these little clips at the end, which I do like more because taking pictures are really hard. There's something in the corner right there to look at that. But yeah, taking pictures are hard with the setup I have right now. I need to work on the lighting. I need to work on a lot of things. Audio, lighting, editing. And yeah, I'm just trying to find my groove. So I really appreciate you guys clicking on this video. It means a lot to me. And I'm going to try to keep posting. I'm going to keep on trying. And all that being said, a little stutter there. With all that being said, tune in next time for another amazing video. Tell me in the comments what you guys think. Are you getting these? Are you not getting these? Is this your cup of tea? Is this not your cup of tea? And yeah, just let me know. All right. Peace out, guys. Take care. I should have a little saying like don't do drugs, don't smoke cigarettes. I don't know, something a little catchy. Yeah, something a little throw in there like this stupid thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna say don't do cigarettes. Peace.